welcome to video blog number 3. Today I'm going to be covering a whole bunch of things. I'm going to get into my my routine around my workout, like what I take during and after my workout. I think I'm going to be talking about some various supplement stores. It's all about supplements today, really. So I've got a new Q&A section where I'm going to answer the supplement questions I got. So I think it's going to be a fun episode today. Get out of here, go enjoy the rest of the show. Today I'm going to move into the sort of workout section of my supplements. First of all, just a slight tweak I'm going to be making to my morning routine. Before I was using whey and was using some liver tablets. I'm changing that to, I'm going to be using some actually beef protein instead of whey protein, so it's kind of a better simulation of having meat in the morning. And instead of my morning carbs, I'm going to be switching that to a handful of nuts. This isn't something I've invented. It was Charles Poliquin promotes this meat and nuts breakfast. So I'm going to be working with that this coming week and see how that goes. There's a lot of pre-workout subs out there. The key things that I wanted in one was, first of all, some BCAAs, some glutamine, carnitine, and if possible, maybe, I like the stimulants. So the one that I found that was best for that was Super Pump Max. Now, the trouble with this was that in order to get enough of the BCAAs and glutamine and that to make it worthwhile, I had to have 2 scoops of this. Now, the problem with that is that 2 scoops of this gave me the runs bad. Generally, what I've been using now is this All-Max Amino Core. It's got extremely high quality BCAAs. It tastes fantastic. And then I'll just add in the rest. I'll use my Blue Star carnitine, which actually, since I started this, I love it. As well as, of course, my Blue Star glutamine, which I'm also extremely impressed with. And then the other things I mentioned in the previous video will be my pre-workout. About 20 to 30 minutes into my workout is when I start throwing in my carbs. Reason being, I mentioned before, to help with the GH. Also, my book Periodization, which I mentioned in the first video, really impressed upon me how important it is to reload your glycogen stores intra-workout. And it actually gave a calculation of how to figure it out. It has to do with your body weight and how much time you spend in the gym, which should tell you how much energy you expend, so then you can calculate how much carbs you need. Now, this week I'm actually going to be dropping it down a bit, but what I've been using is either this Vitargo, or this has become kind of harder to come by, which is Carbolin. And I think there was some kind of corporate thing going on with that, so I did load up on that when it was available. So I'll get that. Right now I was at 50 grams. I'm dropping down to about 45 for this week, to maybe even lower, maybe as low as 35. Throw in some BCAAs, about 10 grams of that, and then some more glutamine in that. Okay, now the reason for that is because again, it goes back to my other book, which the studies showed that not only do you want to have your carbohydrates, you want to have about a 4-to-1 ratio of carbs to protein. Now, it doesn't really make sense at that point for me to have a protein powder, so in the place of proteins, I have my BCAAs and glutamine, which are the most predominant ones in your muscle. So then, based on my calculation of my carbs, I could sort of divide that by 4 to figure out how much BCAAs and glutamine I need. then for directly afterwards is when I have my post-workout, which consists of protein. So what I'm using right now is I'm actually using a split 50-50 of this hydrolyzed whey, which is extremely fast. I kind of get the best of both worlds. And then I've got some leucine that I chuck in there as well. This is one of the BCAAs, but this specifically has to do with protein synthesis, and chucking it in is supposed to also help with getting the muscle rebuild process going. And then that's also a good time to throw in a multivitamin. And also what I like to do is put in some joint supplements after that. Animal Flex is one that's amazing that I'll use if I'm having a specific joint problem. If not, then I'll just use run-of-the-mill kind of MSM for after my workout. And again, that's just to really help with because in the past I've had some joint problems, especially in my shoulders. And trust me, that can put you back like you wouldn't believe. So again, just to help make sure that doesn't happen, and so that basically takes care of that portion of the video.
What I put in will never be put back.